Hello guys, welcome to yet another episode of AIML Talks. So today we will be starting with NumPy tutorials. So this is the basic version of the NumPy tutorials that I will be starting. So NumPy is a Python library which is mostly used for the scientific computing in Python, and it is like widely used for lots of data science and machine learning algorithms. So like all the algorithms can be written here, or all the basic algorithms you can do in NumPy. So NumPy is the core thing, for Python, and we'll start it out. Okay, so let's start with installing the NumPy. So as I have already installed, but you can just run pip install NumPy, uh, and then after pip install NumPy, what you can do is you can import NumPy. So how people import NumPy? NumPy people don't write it as a NumPy, so everyone imports NumPy as NP, just to because this becomes a little bit shorter for everyone. So we'll import it NumPy, and then we'll create a basic array. So to create a NumPy array, what you need to do, so we are using from list, we are creating a NumPy array. Just give the numbers, and it will create an array, a NumPy array. Okay. So this is the 1D array, and this is the 2D array. Okay, this is two-dimensional array, and this is the one-dimensional array. Okay, so you can increase also. So that's up to you. And this is like uh, a 4 by 3 array. So this shape and all everything will come to it later on today itself. So we can, this is the this is having 4 rows and 3 columns. So this is 4 by 3 shape will be 4 by 3. Yeah, we'll come to it. So to generate NumPy arrays, there is separate different type of arrays that you can generate. You can generate a NumPy array with only zeros. So this is 6 comma. You will need to mention the shape of it. So this NumPy array will contain zeros only. This is 6 rows and 4 columns. Then again, one array is basically it will have only ones, that is of, sorry, this will be 6. I have changed the numbers in between. This is 6. So, and this will create an array with 10 numbers, start 10 numbers starting from 0 to 9. Okay, and this will start an array from 0, and it will with a step size of 2. Okay, and this linspace array is basically it will evenly space out between, it will create five numbers between 0 and 1. Okay, including 0 and 1. Okay, we will just, let's run it out and see how it's come out. So see, the first thing that we did was we created NumPy 0. So this is the 0 array with 6 rows and 4 columns, and then we had that ones array that was 6 column and 3 6 rows and 3 columns, and range array was, okay, the basic array we didn't print, so let's print this basic array too. Okay, and we'll run it out. See, it has created an array from 0 to 9, and then the range array was created with starting with 0, and then it was evenly having a step size of 2, and 10 is not included. So here also 10 will not be included, so it will just stop below before 10. In the basic array also it will start from 0 to up to 9. So here also it will be the same. And the linspace array, what will happen is, it will both of them will be included, and it will be equally divided. Okay, so remember this very basic difference. Linspace array will have both the numbers included, but arrange array will not have the in number included. Okay, so next, move to the next part. So let's find out the dimensions of the array. So this is again 3 by 3 3 by 3 matrix. 3 rows are there and 3 columns are there. So it will be a 3 by 3. So to find the shape from NumPy, you just need to give the array name and then dot shape. This will give you the dimensions. This will give the data type of the individual values that are there in the array, and then it will give you the total number of elements that are present. Okay, so let's see. See, it is 2D array. So that dimensions we have got 2D array. Shape is 3 by 3 and data type is int 4 and total elements is 9. So if I just increase it another one, so 0, comma 9, comma 8 and run it out. Now see, we have got uh, 4 rows and 3 columns, and dimension is still 2 only. All of them are int 64, and total elements is 12. Now if I just change one of them to float, see, if I change one of them to float, everything changes to float. Okay, so remember, the whole data type will change to float. Okay, so let's move to slicing of the array. So array is basically a list of lists. So if you have a 2D array and all, let's print out the first. This array will start with the NumPy array again starts with 0, 1, 2. So when I'm printing the first first row, we'll have to give it 0. Okay. So see, so this 0 is giving me the first row. If I want to print the second row, just print second row. What was that? And we will give you 1. So see, second row is this thing and specific element. So if you want to print 6 here, or print 6, so basically this will print 5 because it will first check the first row. This is the this is 0 row, this is 1 row, this is second. So this index is at 1, and the 1 of this will be 0, 1. So this is 5. So if I make it 2, then we will get the 6. Okay, you'll get, yeah, we have got the 6. And so if I want to do the first 2 rows, first 2 columns, so again I think, and I change it out. So this will become 2, 2. See, we are getting first 2 rows, 2 columns. If I want, instead of this thing, I want any specific item. If I want 3 rows and 2 columns, then I just need to change it, and we'll get 2 columns. So just have it here. First 3 rows and first 2 columns. So I'll just put it 3, comma 2. See, we got the 3 rows and 2 columns only. Okay. So let's move to the next part. So here we are doing some mathematical operations here. What happens with addition is like it simply adds number, this number with 1 will be adding with 4, 4 will be adding with 5, and 3 will be adding with 6, and it will create a single array. Same for multiplications, all the individual items will be multiplied together, and then it will create a single array. For exponential, what will happen, it will it will be e to the power of that particular element. Okay, so this let's say for this particular thing, what will happen, it will be e to the power 1, e to the power 4, e to the power 3. Same for sqrt means square root of this thing. So it will give you the square root of like we're doing for b, so it will be giving you this square root, this square root, and this square root. Okay, let's run it and see how it comes. So see, what it does is like an addition, it is just adding both of them, 1 plus 4 and 4 plus 5, 4 plus 5 and 3 plus 6, that is 9. Then in multiplication it is multiplying each other and then giving it like this. So remember one thing, normal NumPy multiplication, we'll just simply multiply the elements, and then there is a dot product also that we will come to the later stage, that I'm in the next cells we are getting that. Okay. So after that, let's come to the aggregate functions. So aggregate functions has sum, mean, standard deviation, max, and minimum. So basically, if you get an array, you get the sum of numbers, you get the mean of numbers, standard deviation, max, and mean. Okay, let's see how it works. See, now we have got all the sum of the numbers, then mean of the number, standard deviation is also present, max is there, and mean is there. Okay. So now we'll come to the reshaping of array. So this NP arrange, we already know it will print 0 to 9, and then we will reshape it. Okay, to 2D array, and then we'll transpose this array also. So I hope you remember a little bit of matrices, in which we will transpose the column to row and row to columns. Okay. So this is the original array. Now it has been reshaped to 2 rows and 5 columns, same thing. And then we are just transposing that into, all the columns will be going to row, and rows will be going to the columns. Okay. And in the final part, we'll be looking at how the dot product works. So dot product, say this is the basic multiplication of NumPy array. So if you multiply NumPy array A into NumPy array B, so this is how individual multiplication will happen. So A will be multiplied with E, B will be multiplied with F, and so and so. But when you do a dot multiplication, this is what happens. So what will happen is it will take this number, the first row will be multiplied with first column. Okay. See, this is how it happens. Like first row, second matrices column. We have multiplied it here, and then the second number will be, if there are if it is only one, if it was only one, then only this number will be there. If it was if it was 3 into 1, then only we'll get what 3 into 1 final. Here it is 3 into 3 and 3 into 2. So basically our output will be 3 into 2. So we'll again, win the second number, to find the second number of this particular number, what we do, this row into this row, so like this column. So what we have done, see, A into K, B into M, C into O. So here it is. Just if you are not understanding, pause it out there, and then move ahead. Okay. So again, we have created some basic functions. I hope you also know determinant and functions, determinant and inverse of matrices. So those formulas are you can look into it, or maybe I'll take another class someday to find the how we can find determinant and inverse of a matrices. So this is two numbers. So we are finding matrix dot function and a matrix determinant and inverse also. So this is how we'll start with your NumPy portion, and I hope you like the video. So if you have any problems, do comment it out, and if you want to have any specific tutorial on NumPy, we'll start it. This is the bare basic thing. After that, we'll have an intermediate and an advanced tutorial also on NumPy. I hope you have liked it. So do like, share, and subscribe my channel. Thank you very much.